Welcome to Newcastle Fans TV. After the predictable, but still aggravating 5-0 loss to Manchester City. So we have gone over 22 years without a win at Manchester City. So I said before the game it was 5-0 Man City to me. And I'm not that surprised. I don't know.
The surprising thing is, we had a chat last night. I'd had a few last night, and I said if we could just stay in the game within 15 minutes, it's gone. But I mean, the first goal, you can pick it apart and whatnot. It's for me, it's a desire to get back in the defend from certain individuals that I just can't forgive from that performance. Certain individuals just need to look in the mirror and go, do I deserve to be part of this project? And I don't think they do anymore.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be fun over the summer with keep, sell, loan. A lot of them are just they should get rid. A lot of them. I don't hate them or anything. They're just not good enough for the level that we want to be at. That's all.
I mean, the second goal, people say, well, you've got a headed pass. Like the ball goes in, the ball's headed across the other side, and Dan Burn's been beat with a header. It's the flight of the ball that beats Dan Burn. He's not beaten in the air. It's the pass. The header's brilliant to the back post. Quality. We've seen some quality goals today, but we've also seen numerous times in the first half that we could have been further behind for people giving the ball away. Bruno didn't have his greatest game. I thought he was probably one of our better performers, but he wasn't at his to his standards. I don't think he had a great game, but you're chasing shadows against Man City. They're that good on the ball.
Aaron, I'm not saying that we should have battered them. In no world right now would I say we could play them 1,000 times. If we win once, probably about right. I'm not expecting to beat Man City.
Newcastle could play at their best and still get beat off Man City. That's the.
Well, we didn't play at our best. And also, a lot of those goals, there were a lot of errors. Make them earn the 5 goals that they scored.
Correct. They didn't have to.
A lot of players just didn't have great performances. That's all.
And this frustrating thing is you've got a player in there that's from Newcastle. We've just had a quick chat before we went live.
Yeah. You
and I. And for me, if you're fighting to get a new deal, you have to play better than that. Not that Sean Longstaff was the worst player on the pitch, and he wasn't. But there's just moments of lack of quality, and it's too easy to replace a player when you've got money in the bank. That's better than Sean Longstaff. That's the problem. If you've got a top player in the local and you're thinking with that, then you keep them. But when it's that easy to just throw 25 million at the team and probably improve it, and is he worth 25 million? Not in a million. I don't think he's worth anywhere near it. And I think 25 million pound, you get a better player than Sean Longstaff. The problem is
probably worth about 2 million.
The problem is we do want local lads in our side. Problem is the talent's not around at the moment.
Yep. And that's what the new owners, I think, that to me, that's what they have to do. We have to have lots of money and resources, and we're building a new training ground and all that stuff. And for me, scouting, academy, if you look at the top sides in Europe, they have academies that are top class. PSG, they don't use their academy products ever, really. But you've got the likes of Nkunku at Leipzig. Or you have Moussa Diaby, who he has 14 goals, 14 assists this year for Leverkusen, in the most prolific Leverkusen offense in their Bundesliga history. 78 goals, and they play 34-game season.
I will defend him in the sense that he never gets a game in his preferred position. For me, he's a number 10. He's not a number 6 or a number 8.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have the work rate for it, and he doesn't have the. I'm trying to think of the word. the
Discipline.
the presence or discipline.
Yeah.
The presence or
There was
discipline to be a 6.
There was a damning stat. I don't know whether you what channel you were watching the game on, but I think it was the 56th minute,
90.
and there was a stat came up saying percentage of possession in the second half. Man City 99%, Newcastle 1. We didn't have a successful pass in their half until nearly the 60th minute. Wow, that is damning. I mean, hats off to Man City. That's how good they are, but that's a poor stat.
Yeah, exactly. Graham Towler, Elliot Anderson, good local talent, and he's proven it. With Mansfield, right?
Yep. He's scored part of an absolute
7.
dream day for Bristol Rovers yesterday,
Yeah,
and having to score 7 goals. Haven't scored 7 goals since 1964 or something. And it gets crazy.
I think, yeah, exactly like an Elliot Anderson. I think, how old is he? 18, 19?
19. I think he's just turned 20. I might be wrong.
He's still pretty young. So to me, he's clearly too good for League Two. He deserves next year to go to a loan, at least the championship. I'm thinking
Bristol Rovers might take him again.
Yeah.
If he's settled there, if he's in with the dressing room.
Right.
Let's give him a season then. If other championship sides are in for him in the January, then he could move up in the championship potentially. Right. But he's definitely, I think, one to get in. Give him a pre-season even.
Yes, 100%. And I think
have a look at him.
Yeah, because I think he deserves a chance. He deserves a chance more than Longstaff, to be honest. Either of them.
Well, I have to get on about Dubravka, and I used to think he was probably one of the top 6 goalkeepers in the league. The last
Barbara.
6 months. No. Weak. But the defence didn't help him. He parries the shot, which he shouldn't parry the shot. But then his defenders don't react to the ball. Man City do.
Right. No, I just think I don't think Dubravka like Sean today didn't have that presence in midfield. Didn't seem hungry. Didn't, like I said, Jose Sa, because I think Jose Sa has been the top 3 keeper in the Prem. I think you could make a case he's been the best in terms of saves and how many times he's bailed them out when that back 3 for Wolves has a shaky moment. He bails them out. And he's made tons and tons of wonderful saves. And I don't watch Wolves week in, week out. I've probably watched at least 20 or 25 of their games, and he's solid in pretty much all of them.
Considering the goalkeeper that he replaced, he's done well.
Exactly.
Because the goalkeeper he replaced is a very good goalkeeper.
For very cheap too, Jose Sa. He was like 10 million, maybe not even. I mean, that's a
6 million something.
Absolute bargain. And we need a guy like that because he has the presence. He's the communication here with Dubravka. Do the guys listen to him? I don't know. I think Dubravka would be a good backup. What are your thoughts on Dubravka though, Barbara? Oh, you're on mute, I think. There you go. Yeah? Get a little close to your mic, I think.
It's not.
Maybe talk a little bit louder. There. Yeah?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
It's a bit poor today. He wasn't in the game. He wasn't sure. He don't hear. Can you hear me?
A little bit. Tiny bit.
Yeah. Well, carry on then. So.
Oh, that was better. I maybe talk a bit louder.
Yeah. Can you hear me? I'm a bit closer. Got better. Or maybe if I use headphones.
Headphones, do that.
Carry on. I'll get this in.
Yeah. Yeah, 1 sec. I'll have you back in 1 moment. Black Cats rule what exactly? Oh, yeah, some guys said Black Cat. Bro, you're still in League One. So
obviously, some Mackems in the comments.
fine by me. What do you guys think we need to be in the top 10 regularly? About 5 years regularly.
We'll be aiming to be in the top 8 next season.
Yeah, and I think that's achievable depending on the transfers, which I think we'll get Paqueta. I think he's in the bag pretty much, considering how poor Leon have been, and Joelinton and him are buddies. So I think that
we've got to remember, though, there's going to be times when we are going to rinse up the league quickly, and then there could be a period where we lose a lot of games quite regularly, simply because when you bring in a lot of players all at once, which I'm sure we're going to do in the summer, it can take time, and we've got to. At the moment, we've brought in drips and drabs, and it's working.
Mm-hmm.
But there's going to come a point next season where potentially, you might be looking at a side that has probably got like 3 or 4 players that were left from Bruce.
Yeah.
In the starting 11, I mean. And it's going to take time. It's going to take time.
Steve McGarry, Bruno was I don't think he was terrible. It wasn't his best performance.
Based on his high standards, he didn't have his best game. I agree with Steve in the sense that
still better than.
Exactly. He was chasing shadows the whole game, and he never. Every time he tried to pass the ball and receive a 1-2, the next pass got intercepted. So, yeah, you're only as good as the guy next day. You're only as good as your weakest link, and unfortunately for us, we had a few weak links today.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know? Sums it up for ASM. The header that goes back across for I think it's for Sterling to score behind Dan Burn. ASM just leaves his marker.
Yeah.
If he tracks him, he doesn't win that header. And then Dan Burn doesn't get done in the air. And
exactly.
Then how many other times?
That's what I was saying. That's what I was literally saying. ASM, not only does he look bad after this performance, does it made Matt Target look worse, because how the hell is Target again, name me a fullback that can cover Joao Cancelo and Sterling when they're both on form. You can't. Exactly. Cucurella did that yesterday. No one was.
The other problem that we had is because ASM wasn't getting deep in getting in the defensive line, it was creating all sorts of space on the right-hand side because we couldn't spread the pitch. So all they were doing is switching it and getting. And Zinchenko had a good game for Man City, and he's not the best player in Man City's squad.
But he is pretty creative with Ukraine. He plays further forward and is pretty good technically.
For me, if you watch Rafinha at Leeds, they're very similar players in a sense of the Mavericks of players. They can pick a ball up and change the game. You watch what Rafinha does off the ball, and you watch what ASM does off the ball, and the two different players. Look at Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish didn't have to work that hard at Villa. He shouldn't have to do that kind of work rate at Man City. But he does it because if you don't do it, you don't get inside.
Yeah. Yeah, spot on. I mean, I'm not expecting him to put up Christopher Nkunku numbers, who, by the way, just scored for Leipzig against Augsburg. He has 55 goal contributions throughout all competitions. 55.
And it's just coincidence that ASM's been picked up on comments that he made about, I'd have 15 assists if my striker could put it away. He put in a great cross for Chris Wood today, and Chris Wood team header.
Yeah.
So as much as I'm having a pop at ASM, he did the one thing today that we've been asking from him on the right side. Put a great cross in. Chris Wood heads it softer than it came onto his head, straight at Edison.
The problem I have with that is that after that, what did he do the rest of the game? I feel like he tried that once. He tried that once, and then after he's like, well, I can't pass to Wood. He's not going to score.
My wife was watching it at the time, and this is no word of a lie. She was listening to the radio at the time in the kitchen, and the song Rollin', Rollin', Rollin' came on Limp Bizkit as Saint-Maximin was rolling across the pitch. Couldn't have written it. He just get up, man. He frustrates the life out of me. I want to swear, but I'm not going to, because I know there's probably kids. But just get up. Get up. Unless yes, he got a foul. I can't remember who it was that foul. I think it was De Bruyne that got a yellow card.
Yeah.
Yes, you've been fouled. But
Why
for
are
the
you
love of
rolling?
God, it's only because you're in the air that you've had to roll over. Get up. It's not a what's the word I'm looking for? It's not a concussive challenge on your body.
Yes, actually, yeah.
Is that better? Yeah.
Yeah, it is. What's going on?
I'm using my phone. I'm on my
What?
phone. I'm on my phone.
There you go. Nice. Yeah, I can hear you much better. What were your thoughts, Barbara, from today about we're talking about ASM and
Yeah.
he's just so frustrating because like he put in 2 crosses and it just seems like after that he's like I'm just not gonna bother. I'm just gonna do it all by myself.
I think he made a mistake by not starting Wilson today.
Wilson, yeah.
Because
You can
he definitely would have put away that first chance. And
Yeah.
I think he was probably a bit rusty, and with nearly a full game to play, he probably would have got those other chances as well. Like so.
Right. I
In
tend to
hindsight, I think Barbara's right. I mean, I wouldn't have started Wilson originally because we thought he'd just be chasing his tail. But we had the ball in the first half.
What's good, guys?
Yeah, Greg, what's going on, Ryan? What do you think, man? Are you how are you feeling about ASM?
I thought he was our best player today, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
That would be hard. That would be hard.
I mean, he was our only outlet, but he did nothing.
I think it was him and
Is he
Target.
eating brownie cookies? Has it got a bit of green stuff in them cookies that you're eating?
No, it's just arrows.
No, but Ryan, it's all right.
For me, the first goal I think was, but I want to know is, and it won't be revealed, like if Eddie Howe wants him to be further forward on counterattacks, but it's like what Andrew said, like he just leaves a gap there, and like you can't leave Cancelo alone, man. Like he's arguably the best fullback in the world.
He is for me. I think he is.
They should have been marked because
And he was making underlapping runs in midfield too, and it was just
all the time.
it is. I mean, I think like he had some low scoring like on some stats sites, but like just on the eye test, like the guy was insane. But like the game could have been different if Chris Wood scored the first goal.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are clearly disagreeing with me, but who do you think was our best player? It's either him and Matt Target tied for me. I don't see anywhere else that was any.
I'm struggling, mate. I'm struggling.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna like rage because it's Man City at the end of the day. Like,
Oh yeah.
I think Eddie Howe, you could tell, like we want to try to give them a game, but we don't have the quality. Like Miggy was pretty disappointing for me today, and every time he had an option in the middle, he just panicked, and like he'd hold the ball on for an extra second, and Man City would just get in position, and like we'd give away the ball or some stupid. I thought the midfield today just wasn't that great. Like Bruno was limited. The fact that he was on a yellow card earlier in the game,
Right.
and the fact that we're backs against the wall, so you didn't really see much of him. But I thought ASM was our bright spark, and if we had Callum Wilson on, it could have been a different game.
We seemed reluctant to go up to Wood as well for periods in the second half because every time we did it, he just lost it.
0 out of 10 for Wood. Terrible.
He's got to put that chance away.
Longstaff is non-existent today as well.
Longstaff.
The second goal, the midfield just watched it, expecting Dubravka to claim the ball, but he didn't.
But again, the criticisms that have come against Dubravka are he doesn't command his area, and the third goal just tells me that if he shouts at Lascelles doesn't head the ball.
Exactly.
Out for
I
a
gotta
corner.
rewatch the goals because the last 2 goals I thought it shouldn't have happened, but I think Eddie Howe wanted to you could tell with the subs. The subs made an impact for sure. And we tried to go more attacking, but you could tell Trippier he's not fully fit. Like Jack Grealish skinned him for the 4th goal, I think.
Yeah.
It looked like he had no pace either, which we're going to expect him to catch up and actually be fully fit, but you have to start those 2 next week against Arsenal for me. And another thing too is people can say it's bad that we got 1 point out of the top 6, but let's be real, they're not our competition right now.
Yeah, right.
So
we're picking more than that up off the top 6, strangely. Not that I'm just making I'm not in any way, shape, or form saying that we're performing worse now.
That's just the way the two different managers play. Like Steve Bruce is just defensive, park the bus, and like hope to God for something, play for a draw. And then Eddie Howe is like, you can tell he wants to win every game, but you can't right now because we don't have the best team in the league. We're far from it.
Yeah,
it was encouraging to see Wilson get in behind though. Yes, he had the chance and Edison saved it, but it was encouraging to see Jacob Murphy actually seeing the pass and he playing the pass. We've been missing that in the field.
That was the only.
It's all we had to cling on to, really, isn't it?
That's all, really. Yeah. That's all that was really good that happened.
My score.
I think Wilson was a bit rusty. You know, he wasn't.
Oh yeah, of course.
Speed of the match, and I reckon he would have provided his goals if he was.
I'm gonna go with all the best, everybody.
Okay.
Hey, take care, Andy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Take care, bro. Oh, yeah. No,
what I was saying is like I had low expectations. Like I was gonna say 3-1. I feel like it could have been that, but the last two goals, like
5, bro. I said 5-0 before the game started. Yeah. I knew all this shit was gonna happen
because we've been winning games. I'm not dissing the team here, but we're winning games like the past few months because one good solid defensive displays, winning 1-0 is keeping clean sheets. I think midfield's been chipping with goals, and I'd say like we need to sign Matt Target first, and then we gotta get a new attackers, man. Like we all know Chris Wood's not the answer, and we need a new right winger. We need competition for ASM too, in my opinion. Some people say to sell him, but I'd rather just have someone breathing down his neck rather than sell him, because I feel like he's in a transition period for me because Steve Bruce has just come short and be Neymar and just dribbled past the whole team. That was really it. He was a one-man team, but like he can't let that mentality that what Steve Bruce made him is something that doesn't disappear overnight. Like Eddie Howe's got. He
made him feel like he was the only one. To do everything.
Yeah. And like that'll get to any player's head. So like for me, like it'll take time. Like I'm hoping like after a full preseason at ASM, I think he should be a really good player. If not, then he can ask questions for me.
Right.
But he's a starter week in, week out because I think he's the best winger we have. But at the same time, it's so predictable our attacking lineup. Like there's no one to breathe down his neck and do anything.
Yeah, exactly. Because like I would say I would drop ASM for next game because I was disappointed in him today, to be honest. He tries, but he tries the same thing over and over and over again, and nothing different happens. Turns over the ball in midfield. He was our only outlet today, but like he didn't get anyone else involved in the game past the 2 crosses and a few passes.
I think there's times where there's no one available for him.
Well, yeah, that is fair.
Who would you start over him next week?
Richie, because Richie can get balls into the box, and I'd start Wilson.
I don't really know if I want to see Richie play again, to be honest. He's got no legs. He could put one out of 5 crosses. He could put one good one in.
Yeah, I don't know.
If we had better competition for ASM, then I'd argue. But I just don't think there's anyone good enough or better than him to like challenge him at the moment.
Shouldn't like after rough form, don't you deserve to get benched though? You think?
I mean, maybe it depends. Like maybe if you just want to like play a new way and like actually like give starts to like other players, because well, we need 1 point just to like survive. So we might see changes, but like I don't expect any academy kids to start, like even though like it's the end of the season, like you gotta like breed them in, like give them 10, 20 minutes and not start them.
Yeah.
So I think it's a mix of like there's no one good enough as him and like no one to really challenge him, and the fact that like that like I don't know. Yeah, I'll just say that as that.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's look at some comments. Fun fact, Newcastle will play 40 matches in total. So 1 FA Cup, 1 Carabao Cup, 38 Prem games. Every other team in the league has played more somehow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You could bench the whole team. You can't just single out Max. I'm not singling out Maxi because, like, he wasn't the only bad player. A lot of the players today were pretty
Midfield was crap.
Huh?
Midfield wasn't good enough today.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
were the
I agree
same
with
against
that.
Liverpool. We were the same, very same against Liverpool. We just weren't in the game. We just
Yeah.
outplayed all the time.
Lost against all the top 5 teams. We need better players. Yeah, exactly. Wilson has been out for 5 months. Let's not criticize him for that chance. Streets ahead of Wood still.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna
That's
go.
true. That's true.
I'm not gonna come here raging because who expected a win, man? Like,
No,
Man
I
City
did.
are-
I said 5-0. I knew exactly what I
Yeah.
was getting into.
people, I can't believe well, it's weird that some people are believing that what happened in Madrid last week would affect them. No way, man. No way in hell. There's a reason why they're top every single year because they have the mentality for it.
It's just in the UCL, I think Yaya Toure cursed him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I said that before the game. They're a different team in the Premier League and FA Cup and Carabao Cup compared to.
If I was to drop anyone next week in our attack, it'd be Miggy because he didn't do anything.
Yeah, Miggy wasn't. Yeah, I agree. I would. Murphy should start.
Murphy had a good impact coming on.
He did.
Is Richie injured?
He's on the bench.
Yeah.
I still won't play him though.
Next week on the game.
Otar the foul. We have got a great core group of players, Eddie Howe. I think he's probably just saying that. I mean, obviously, you're not going to be like, oh, Lascelles is crap. Kieran Clark is crap. Isaac Hayden's crap. All these guys are crap. I think we could have a core we could build a spine. Trippier, I think, is definitely good enough. Wilson at the bare minimum backup.
I don't know. I just don't want anyone in like our fan base getting mad if we don't sign big names this summer because we're the richest club in the world.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna take 5 years regardless.
In order, we need players that are good enough, fit the system, and want to play for the badge.
Team players. Yeah.
You get those 3, and we should
progress.
We should progress.
And that's the goal. And that's
obviously not every manager is going to get the signs right, but if Eddie Howe gets recruitment right this summer and you see Arsenal, Spurs, Man United, these teams that fight for top 4, those will be our future competition like in a year or two. If we could actually like progress as fast as like we want us to.
All right.
I think we got the right players in the summer. We could be fighting for 6th place at least.
Yeah.
Well, before this week's games, I checked the stat and we'd be set ever since the Brentford game at home, Eddie Howe's first game, we'd be 7th in the league.
Yeah.
People talk about the calendar form and where we'd be, but 7th place since Brentford. I mean, that's insane.
That is.
And that's not our squad. That's Eddie Howe overachieving with what we have.
Yeah.
We got top scorers goal 6.
We played without Wilson on.
If we want to like challenge for Europe next season, we need 15, 20 goals more than next season.
Yeah.
Because what we're doing, right now it's not enough. But it isn't. In the future, it won't be enough. But right now, our expectations this season are just fight relegation. We'd all be happy with 1-0, no matter if our attack or like our defenders score from a set piece.
Yeah.
We missed Fabian Schär badly there today.
Yes. Yes, we did. Yeah.
Schär and Trippier playing the back line, everyone's stronger.
Yeah. It
I
sucks for us.
think Shelby was a miss too today.
Shelby.
I don't know where Willock and Shelby were. They need to be back.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Howe's been exceedingly naive at times, today being an example of it. We were really poor today. So those still loving Kraft give you. I mean, Kraft wasn't bad today. He hasn't been bad. I don't love Kraft, but I just give him the credit I think he deserves.
I think Eddie Howe is
Nothing
just reaching the
special.
ceiling. I think he's at a ceiling where the most he can be is a solid right back and a good backup.
Mm.
If you compare him and Trippier as right backs, like Trippier's just levels above him.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, so I'm gonna end the fan reaction show here. But yeah, 5-0 loss. Pretty just it was pathetic, but luckily we're pretty much safe. So we'll just look forward to the Arsenal game. Hopefully we can win and the guys can just perform better at home. Last home game of the year. So definitely, yeah.
We should do better against Arsenal.
Absolutely we should. And before I leave, I'll have a little video from OneFootball.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. We are pausing the video there to tell you about our sponsors today, who are OneFootball. OneFootball is the best app out there, it really is. We use it when we're at the games. We use it also when we're on live streams because it has up-to-date pings, tells you when Newcastle have scored, tells you about incidents during the game, and it also you can check the app for all the stats about the games. But even better, you know what it's like over the summer. It's going to be ram-packed with transfer rumours. OneFootball puts all of the articles across the web into one place for you. Download it. It's free. The link is in the description.
And thank you, Lee, for doing the thank you OneFootball for sponsoring the videos. We appreciate it a lot. And go download it. Right.
Thank you for having me, Steve.
No, of course, Barbara. Of course, no problem at all. Great stream, guys. Thank you, Caseball. I appreciate it. Talking about Elliot Anderson. Shame he's on loan. Why not give the kid a chance in the next two games? Yeah, we'll see. Next year, I think I'd like to see him at like maybe a Bundesliga team or Eredivisie, because clearly he's too good for League Two with some of his stats and stuff like that. Or maybe going back to Bristol because they'll be in League One. We'll see with Elliot, but he's looking all right. So, but yeah, lose 5-0, shit day, but hey, we'll go again against Arsenal. So take care, guys, and thanks for watching.